America. The year is 1861. The country stands at a crossroads, one half industrial and booming, the other rural and enslaved. When the first cannon fires at Fort Sumter, the nation tears itself in two. For 4 bloody years, families will fight each other, towns will burn, and over 600,000 souls will be lost. But behind the great battles and famous names lie stories most people have never heard. Tonight we uncover 6 forgotten tales of light, love, courage, and mystery that reveal the human heart of the American Civil War. April 1862, Tennessee, the Battle of Shiloh. The field is chaos, thunder, mud, and screams. Thousands lie wounded for days, soaked in rain, waiting for rescue. As night falls, soldiers notice something strange, a soft blue glow coming from their wounds. The men joke that maybe angels are watching over them. Days later, doctors are astonished that the glowing soldiers heal faster, with cleaner wounds. A century passes before scientists solve the mystery. The glow came from a rare bioluminescent bacterium, Photorhabdus luminescens, living in the cold Tennessee soil. It couldn't survive human body heat, but the soldiers were so chilled and wet that the bacteria thrived, killing deadly germs. So maybe it wasn't a miracle, or maybe it still was. A light in the darkness, saving lives when medicine could not. The Civil War wasn't fought only with muskets. Sometimes it was fought with steam. In 1862, a group of Union spies dressed as civilians slipped into Confederate territory and stole a train called the General. Their mission: race north, burn bridges, and cut telegraph lines to cripple the South. But a Confederate engineer named William Fuller refused to quit. He chased the stolen train first on foot, then on a handcar, then aboard another engine, the Texas. Through forests, over bridges, past startled townspeople, the chase thundered on for nearly 90 miles. When the Union men ran out of fuel, they were captured, some were executed, others became the first recipients of the Medal of Honor. The great locomotive chase became a legend, proof that courage can ride on iron wheels. July 1863, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Cannon smoke rolls like thunderclouds. Among the 50,000 casualties are 2 brothers, one wearing Union blue, the other Confederate gray. The younger falls first. The elder finds him hours later, lying beneath a shattered tree. He kneels, removes his own jacket, and covers his brother's face. "You're home now," he whispers. In that moment, politics vanish. The war, for just a heartbeat, stops. Across America, stories like this repeated thousands of times. Fathers versus sons, cousins against cousins. The Civil War wasn't only about freedom or union. It was about the cost of tearing family from family, the deepest wound a country can bear. Most people know Harriet Tubman as the Moses of her people, but few know she also wore a Union uniform. In 1863, she led an armed raid up the Combahee River in South Carolina. Guiding Union gunboats through enemy waters, she helped free more than 700 enslaved people in one night. She gathered intelligence, mapped Confederate supply lines, and trained spies, all while the nation debated whether women even belonged on the battlefield. When the shooting stopped, Tubman returned home quietly with no medals, no fortune, just a legacy of unstoppable courage. History often forgets her as a soldier, but she never forgot the people she saved. February 17, 1864, Charleston Harbor. The Confederate submarine CSS Hunley slips beneath the waves. Hand-cranked by 8 men, it carries a single explosive spear on its nose, a new weapon for a desperate war. That night, it strikes the Union warship USS Housatonic. The explosion sinks the ship, and then the Hunley disappears. For 131 years, no one knows what happened. When divers finally find it in 1995, the sub is perfectly preserved, and so are her crew. Each man still seated at his station, hands on the crank, calm as if simply waiting for orders. Scientists still debate why they died. Lack of oxygen, shockwave, or something stranger. The ocean keeps her secrets. Just days before his assassination, Abraham Lincoln shared a haunting dream with his bodyguard. In the dream, he walked through the silent halls of the White House. From a distant room came the sound of sobbing. He entered the East Room and saw a coffin draped in the American flag. "Who is dead?" he asked a soldier standing guard. The man replied, "The President." Lincoln awoke trembling. He told his wife and friends. 3 nights later, in Ford's Theater, the dream came true. Whether coincidence or fate, the story reminds us how deeply the war marked him, a man carrying the weight of a nation even into his sleep. The Civil War was more than strategy and gunfire. It was science and sacrifice, bravery and heartbreak, faith and fate. These forgotten moments of the glowing wounds, the racing trains, the brothers reunited, the woman who freed hundreds, the submarine lost in silence, and the president who dreamed his own death. Together they reveal not just how America fought, but why